Welcome to Back to the Bible. Devotions for the Christmas season, Journey to Bethlehem. Jesus Christ, dwelling with his people. The baby was just lying there in a manger. The pain and humiliation of the birth were past. The pain and humiliation of life and death were before him. This was an interlude, a time of silence, a time of inactivity. For generations, he had ministered to his beloved people, sustaining them, speaking with them, and sometimes appearing to them. Back in the Garden of Eden, he had fellowshipped with Adam and Eve. Early on, he had walked with Enoch. Often, he had conversed with Abraham and Moses. He had met the deepest needs, promising Adam and Eve a redeemer, rescuing Isaac from Abraham's upraised knife, treating Hagar with tenderness in the wilderness. He had chosen leaders to save and protect his people and had commissioned them individually: Moses, Joshua, and Gideon. He had fought for them and pronounced judgment against influences of evil, such as the serpent, Cain, Sodom, and Gomorrah. He had been there in person with his people, sometimes visible, sometimes not. Each time he had appeared before them, he was preparing their minds for his coming. Each successive appearance added a few more strokes of the brush to the picture of the Messiah, who would come not as an angelic being but as a man. In just a few short years, he would be actively ministering to his people again, this time as their substitute, living a perfect life, dying a sacrificial death. And because of that, we can now have a daily relationship with him, which was unknown in ages past. In all of this, the appearances, the incarnation, his fellowship with us now, we see a pervasive, underlying truths. Christ really wants to be with his people, with you and with me. And one day, if we truly love him, we shall see him face to face, with no barriers, no hindrances, and we will be in complete communion and fellowship with him for eternity. Verse for today. And I hear a loud voice from heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God." Revelation chapter 21 verses 3. Your steps for today. Select one of the appearances of Christ in the Old Testament and write down what that events tell you about him. Prayer for today. Thank the Lord for his presence with you today. Ask him to show you how he is preparing you for a future with him in eternity. God bless you.